And I said, I will never be good at this because, I speak slowly. My mind, it's very slow. I don't have that, thing of speaking quick and getting like thousands ideas in the same time. I really take a long time to express myself. Hey guys, I'm so happy that I get to record this podcast, and I literally want to say Alhamdulillah. Thanks God for getting to record this podcast. And I'm saying this because what I've learned lately was a mind blowing things which I actually knew, but I felt, weird to apply it. Actually, not weird. I felt like I'm not doing good to apply it. But what I didn't know is how to actually use my voice in order to get the things that I have to get it. And I mean in the right way. So, in this episode, I'm gonna teach you, or you're gonna learn how to use your voice in the right way to get what you want. I was always wondering, how does people they get always what they want whenever they want, and they literally like to, and they use their voice. And I said, I will never be good at this because, I speak slowly. My mind, it's very slow. I don't have that, thing of speaking quick and getting like thousands ideas in the same time. I really take a long time to express myself. I thought I will never be able to work on the thing that I like, and one of the things that always loved is to share the information that I learn throughout my experiences with people that might need it. So many people they don't understand that your voice is more than just a sound that comes out of your mouth when you speak. It's your identity. It's how you express your thoughts, your beliefs, emotions, and intentions. But there is a kicker. Not all of us use our voice effectively, and sometimes we don't even know when or how to tap into it. So we're gonna break this thing down through examples, through life examples, because we as a human being, we always like to learn through examples, or not learn, we just like and love to hear examples from others, so we kind of understand where we go wrong or how we can fix something. Sometimes we just love to do everything on our own and like do not use others examples um as ours, but it's always good to hear stories or teachings through examples. That being said, there was something that I lost through the years, and I actually had it really good in the past, and that is the womanhood. And I mean, nowadays you've seen a lot of women that try to compete against each other, that they got friends males, like best friends, or like, oh, my bestie, it's a male, and then it's becoming a trend. And then that's so freaking wrong, because we as women can survive only between women. Like if we think we go to a man, imagine. So this is a part of how to use your voice. It's so crazy. Um, can you imagine, like, you have a best friend, a man best friend as a woman, and you first of all, there is no such a thing. I don't believe in such a thing. A man can just be your friends for benefit. And what's the benefit? I can't say it because it depends on each situation that you have. But I've seen a lot of men that always say, like, I've been friends with you for so long and I don't need anything or I don't mean anything. But come on, all the people that know relation between women and men, they know that at the end of the time, men is waiting just there to have this woman as a prey, because this is the instinct of the man that God leave it, and there is nothing wrong on it. If that's what the men do, then you know that's him acting, that's a man acting like a man. So this being said, this bad trend that is going now on is just to separate women from women, and that's so freaking sad, because women need women. Having conversation with your best friend as a woman, however, even she's not the best in the world, or she might fail you or anything like this, always you'll get a benefit from women to woman conversation. And I'm gonna point this to you, why having a woman friend and always have your own woman, what do you call that, woman gang, let's say, it's so important. First thing, that it's one of the best, and the women, they forget how important is to have a woman friend and connect to a friend and talk in a daily basis. First thing that it's so important is the emotional support and solidarity. And that why I say that, because historically, women have leaned on each other for emotional and psychological support, often finding in each other a shared understanding of the unique challenges they face, whether it's navigating relationships, family, or workplace. So we call that gossip. Gossip, it's so good. Gossip between women, it's so good. I don't know why they make it that it's not good, but it's actually so between women, you know, not the bad gossips, but that kind of sharing stuff. And then I wrote, whether it's navigating relationships, family, or workplace dynamics, communicating with other women provides a safe space to express vulnerabilities, fears, and triumphs. The bonds formed through this type of support create a systemhood that fosters resilience and emotional strength. So, you having a best friend, a woman best friend, or two or five, and always meeting or calling each other and talking, it's giving you a lot of strength, emotional strength, and solidarity. Like, you feel you're not alone. But talking to a male, he will always have something that, um, you know, he will always want to be in your side, because he always wants something from you, let's say. But come on, when sometimes you have a woman friend that will shake the hell out of you, like, she will be so honest to you, and she will say, like, girl, you suck, girl, go shower, girl, you're stupid, girl, you're so good at it. So that's the thing, like, girls between girls, it's a different level of communication. It's a different level of the other day I had my friend. The other day I was feeling low because I was on my low energy, let's say. You know, the month phases, I keep saying always about it. So the other day my friend, she came up to me when I was feeling so low, and she brought me some croissants, and then we had a talk, and then everything changed. Like literally everything changed. Like I started to feel so good, and I felt so not empowered. Like I felt so blessed to have this girl. She's just a normal girl, you know. She's not rich, she's not she's not studied Harvard or something. She's just a normal girl. But the fact that I know she's there, and just for the fact of bringing me a croissant and having like three stupid talks together, oh my God, that was everything for me. That made my day. Throughout history, women have passed down knowledge, whether about parenting, healthcare, career strategies. So, throughout history as well, women has passed to each other knowledge. That's so important, because whatever you will ever learn in a school or in a college, the most valuable information is that is passed down from your mother, from your grandmother, from your best friend. And I'm talking about parenting advices, about how to grow vegetables, about how to act in a society, how to be a woman, how to act as a woman. You know, you can't learn this in school. You can't learn this from men. Never. You know, you can ask yourself, like, what this does have to do with using your voice? Well, it has, because building this collective strength while communicating with women and telling each other stories and ideas or strategies, this creates a collective power. Within this collective power, you have your own voice. You feel your voice is heard. You know how to communicate with women. If you stop communicating with women, or you just like stop communicating and saying, well, I don't need friends, I will just be on my own, or I will be on myself. So this, it's really not good, because you're gonna forget how to use your voice, and this is really not fun. You like, so this is the point. By coming together and speaking out to each other, you're gonna learn how to use your voice in the right way. This is my first thing. Having women friends and talking to each other, it's a very important thing in connecting with women and keep talking to each other. Also, throughout the history, women have been able to challenge the oppressive system, or fight for, I wouldn't say equality, but fight for each other knowledge. So this makes a significant society change, that women came together in the right way. And I'm not talking about feminism movement, because that's the most thing. And this is actually the feminism movement. It's actually separating women, honestly, to a circle. Women often find a deeper sense of identity and belonging, sharing stories and experiences with a trusted cycle of women that can shape how one views themselves and their role in the world. It's very, very important to feel that you belong to a circle. You belong to a place that embraces you. At the end of this, I will tell you, communication among women is not just about exchanging words. It's about building a network of support, knowledge, and strength. In a world where women have historically been silenced or marginalized, their ability to connect and communicate with each other continues to be a cornerstone of empowerment and collective progress. That being said, I guess you understand why by using your voice you have to start with a woman beside you. So we was talking about the second thing that is so I was talking about the second thing that is really important in using your voice, and that is so I was talking about manipulation, and it comes with a lot of disrespect and a lot of other stuff. I want to teach you or to explain to you what the best way in using your voice when people try to manipulate you. So let's say you are in a toxic relationship and that person tries to control you. You need a strong voice. And when I talk about a strong voice, I don't talk about um, a vulgar voice or a rude voice. In contrast, if you use that kind of voice that is rude, that says bad words, that even if you don't say bad words, but then you start to, you did this to me like 5 years ago, and you did this to me, and you did that to me, and you are this and you are that, and that's the worst way how or how you can use your voice. Because the best way to use your voice in a relationship where, let's say, you want to exit, or let's say let's say if you want to exit this relationship and you must use your voice, then you have to be very assertive. You have to be very clear and never try to bring anything from the past. You just live in the future when you use your voice correctly. And I mean, for example, you have seen a lot of manipulation, and that person obviously will come with things like, oh, I guess your friends, or I guess your girls, they are teaching you to use these words, or I guess your girls, they put these ideas in your mind, or I guess there is someone else who's teaching you this stuff. That's the point where you actually have to use your voice. And I mean, in this time, you don't have to say, no, it's not me, or no, it's not, like start negating or anything. You just be very clear and mention that anything that happened until now, we closed it. This is a new chapter, and I'm going to end this manipulative relationship. I thank you for everything, for the good and the bad. You was such a good teacher, and out of this relationship I got so much good, and I'm out now. And what is the most important? You have to never look back, because if you're not sure about it, that means you're not confident, and that person who's trying to manipulate you will see that you're actually talking and there is nothing that you meant. And then that's also a really bad thing, because he might use this against you. And that's not the worst thing is that you, for yourself, you will feel like you're actually do not respect yourself and your decisions, and that you're not actually confident on yourself. So then you might end up feeling guilty, feeling bad, feeling anxiety, feeling literally. So when you use your voice, use it in the right moment. And your voice is not just a sound, as I said in the beginning. Your voice is your feelings, it's your emotions, it's your mind. So when you use your voice in a relationship or in a situation like that, you must respect your voice. Once you respect your voice, you respected yourself. So do not speak just because you feel angry or you feel frustrated. No, in this situation, is better not to use your voice at all. Because if you use your voice in those kind of situations and you do not respect yourself and your voice, you're gonna feel so self-disrespectful, and then your voice will literally not mean anything anymore for you and for others as well. The other thing that I learned about using your voice, other thing on how to use your voice, let's say at work or at your business with the people that you do not have to be emotional. So when you use your voice in your work field, you have to be very clear and very secure on whatever you say, and you can't be emotional at all. And that means, let's say you want to give examples maybe from a situation or from something that happened to you, but then you should use it without emotions. Because in the work field, we have to be, of course, you should, send out emotions while you speak, but you can't be emotional and actually, instead of doing best of your work, you are actually making it worse. So people, they see that you are emotional and you can't actually take the work seriously and divide the emotions and the work. It's because when you work, it's very important to use the voice that allows you to be strong and assertive, as I said, but in the same time, don't try to be emotional or, unprofessional, let's say, even though this is a big word, but I would say unprofessional for now. The most important thing as well is that your voice, it's very, very strong, and you must use it only for the things that matter. You should not use it for the things that doesn't matter or it's not good to speak it, because you will later feel that, I don't say good words or I'm not good, or you will feel bad because you said something that you shouldn't have said. And it's better to use your voice when you are sure about it. If you're not sure about what you really want, take a second and understand yourself, understand what you want and what you need. And once you speak it out, just follow on that path. About using on your voice on social media, or about speaking up your mind and your ideas, and let's say you want to create a podcast or a video, YouTube video channel, it's very, very important to just keep going, because we are not perfect and we do our work. We just try and try. Even if you're not English speaker and you want to speak English, don't worry, just speak the way you can. If you have the right ideas and the right advices, or the things that you create and you want to use English language, that's amazing. Use it even though it's not perfect. I feel sometimes if that there is a foreigner that use English on a podcast or on a channel that is teaching others, I love to hear it, because it makes it like more interesting and gives me that confidence, that that person is doing it even though he's not perfect. He's trying his best and he's so confident on himself even though he's not having a perfect English. Let's say if you're a foreigner, or you're not an English speaker like me. So for me, at first I was thinking like, oh my god, my English is not that perfect, and how am I supposed to do this? And then I said, I don't care. I just do it because I love it. So I do it for myself and for my heart and for my mind, because I know this is one of the things that I love to do. I love to do the most, speak out my mind, and try to help anyone that could ever look at this video and say, yeah, I actually needed that idea, even though it's just a part of, or an idea about something that was helpful to that person. So yeah, your voice, it's very important, and use it smart. Do not feel shame of your voice unless your ideas and the message that you want to send, it's from your heart, it's pure, and it has meaning. And I would like to end up with something that the Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him. He said, when you're angry, it's better to stay silent. And that says a lot, because when you're angry, you're using stuff that you don't mean, and you make your voice feel ashamed of what you said an hour ago, let's say, and you would really wish like you wouldn't speak at all. And the power of the voice is when you speak it right, when you speak it right, when you speak it with meaning, when you speak kindness, when you speak truth and assertiveness, let's say. So when you speak this through your language, that's the power. If you have anything that you would feel ashamed of later on, or would hurt someone, not about hurting through truth. When it's a truth and that person is hurt, that means that person is wrong, because actually you're speaking your truth. So you give power to your voice by speaking truth, by speaking kindness, by speaking lovely. So that's the whole point. It's better to use the right voice in all the situations, even if you like to, as I said, build something through your voice. That will be amazing, because you will even appreciate your mind, your thoughts, and your voice more by creating something that uses your own voice. I hope this helped you in any way, and I'm looking forward for the next episode that I'm gonna speak about. And I'm actually so excited, because I actually can use my voice, and that's the most powerful thing. And okay, let's say it's the last one now, also from the Prophet Muhammad Sunnah, the Prophet Muhammad stories, is that his women, the women around the Prophet, and they have an amazing book. Um, might show you one day. The women around the Prophet, they were amazing, strong women that used their voice in all the situations, starting from army, war situations, until growing up families and heads of the families. And I mean, for those who were widowed, and then even in the law force, one of his wives, Aisha, God be pleased with her, she was using her voice so good, and she was a woman. So do use your voice as a woman, because that's what we have to do. I love you guys, and I hope you loved it. Bye bye.